Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires.
Like to a stepdame or a dowager long withering out a young man's revenue, 4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night. Theseus, you wooed me with your sword, and won my love. I will wed thee in another key with pomp and revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child.
Lysander hath by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy.
With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart.
Turned her obedience, which is due to Aegeus. Be it so she. Did not heretofore your grace consent to marry Demetrius?
I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman, or to her death, or to a nunnery.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure, or to a nunnery. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires.
To live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the old fruitless moon, to undergo such maiden pilgrimage.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin pattern up.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, upon that day, prepare your fate.
Lence, sweet Hermia, Lysander yield thy crazed title to my certain rights.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermias. Or do you marry him? Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love. And what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nader's daughter, Helena. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess, I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being over full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come. And come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both.
With duty and desire.
Follow you.
For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
I me thought that ever I could read, the course of true love never did run smooth.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes?
Or if there were a sympathy and choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. She respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry you. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. Thou lovest me. Tomorrow night steal forth thy father's house, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena.
Oh, my good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by all the vows that ever men have broke in number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes Helena.
Ah, fair Helena.
I'll call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair, yours would I catch fair Hermia ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love. The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall flee this place.
Helena, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel seed. There, my Lysander and myself shall meet. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck. Thy Demetrius.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I'm thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, folding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the woods will he tomorrow night.
Company here,
You were best to call them generally man by man.
and here is the scroll with any man's name.
First, good Peter Quintus, say what the play treats on. Name the names of the actors and so grow to a point.
Our play is the most lamentable comedy and the most cruel death of Pyramus.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. Now call forth your actors by the scroll.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver, ready.
Name what part I am for and proceed.
Eunuch Bottom. I set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover dies most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely. The raging rocks, the shivering shocks, shall break the locks, O prison gates. And Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates. Now, name the rest of them.
Francis Flute, the bellows bender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith. Let me not play a woman. I have a beard.
For one, you shall play it in mass. And you may speak as smart as you will.
But I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too.
I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. No, no. You must play Pyramus. And Flute, you, Thisbe. Robert Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Robert Starveling, must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's role. And I hope we have a play fitted.
Pray you, have you the lion's part written? If it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Yes!
I will play the lion. And I will roar so that the Duke will say, let him roar again. Let him roar again!
And you should do it too terribly that you would fright the ladies and the Duchess. That they would shriek. In fact, were enough to hang us all.
Friends, I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as any sucking dove. I will roar you and 'twere any nightingale.
You could play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. A proper man as one would see on a summer's day. Most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you need to play Pyramus. Masters, these are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you upon them by tomorrow night. And meet me at the Palace Wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we will be dogged by company, and our devices known. No, but first, let us drink. Ha ha! Pyramus, Thisbe, who are you again?
Pyramus's father.
Ah, right, yes, of course. Here we are, to the play, to us.
To us! Ha ha!
We will meet. There may we converse most obscenely and courageously.
Courageous! Yes!
At the Duke's Oak, we meet!
We meet!
over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire.
I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I do serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green.
Take heed the queen not come within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wrath, for she that her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the boy, but she perforce withholds her loved toy. She crowns him with flowers, makes him all her joy, and now they never meet in grove or green.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite,
Or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite
who frightens the maidens of the villagery.
misled night wanderers laughing at their luck.
Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet pup.
Thou speakest all right. I am that merry wanderer tonight. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I, a fat and mean-fed horse beguile, neighing with the likeness of a filly foal. Sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl. Sometimes for 3 foot still mistake a tree. Then slip by from her bum, down topples she, the whole choir. Bedroom fairy, Oberon.
And our mistress.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Tanya.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, and not I thy lord.
Oh, then I must be thy lady. But I know, when thou hast stolen away to fairyland, and in the shape of corn sat all day, playing on pipes and versing love to sweet amorous Phillida, why art thou here? Come from the farthest steppe of India? Forsooth thy bouncing Amazon, your bushkin mistress, and warrior love? To Theseus must be wedded, and you come here to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Perigenia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Egli break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
Oh, these are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since we met in the middle of summer spring, on hill, dale, forest, or mead. But thy brows have disturbed our sport, and the wind, piping to us in vain, as if revenge have sucked up from the sea's contagious fogs which fall in the land. Have ever pelting river made so proud? They've overborne their countenance. The seasons alter. The hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Heme's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set the spring, the summer, the chilling autumn, the angry winter, has changed their wanton liveries. And the whole mazed world now knows, by their increase, knows not which is which.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not a child of me. His mother was a vortress of my order, and she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake, I rear up that boy, and for her sake, I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till Theseus' wedding day.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chide downright if we longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest Cupid flying between the cold moon and the earth, all armed. Certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet marked I, where the bolt of Cupid fell upon a little western flower. Fetch me that flower, the herb of it I showed thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next alive creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb.
I remember. I'll put a girdle round about the earth.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she, waking, looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, on bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they had stolen unto this wood, hence get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but you draw not iron, for my heart is true steel. You draw me, leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
How? Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair, or do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that I do love you the more. I'm your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look upon thee.
And I'm sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not. I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed.
I'll not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou dost follow, believe it not, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your roamsters set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou, meet me ere the first cock crows!
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Sing me now asleep, by our quaint spirits and let me rest. Then, to your guard, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and blind worms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen, Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady night. So good night with lullaby. Beetles black approach not near, hence you long-legged spinners hence. Beetles black approach not near, worm nor snail give no offense. Philomel with melody, lula, lula, lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it cat, bear, or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, wake when some vile thing is near.
Ah, fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And, to speak truth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us here if you think it good.
Be it so, Lysander. Well, find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
Oh, well, one turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one trove.
Oh, nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet, not so near.
And by your side, no bedroom me deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Oh, so far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter, till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen. To that fair prayer say I. Here is my bed, and here I do lie.
Well, with half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence. He's here. Meets of Athens he doffed. Where this is he? I'm after said despise the Athenian maid. Oh, and here the maiden, sleeping sound in the dank and dirty ground. Oh, pretty soul. She durst not lie near this lack love, this kill curtsy. True, upon the eyes I throw all the power this flower doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seat on thy eyelid.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I'm out of breath in this fond chase. Happy is Hermia, for she hath blessed an attractive face. No, I'm as ugly as a bear, for beasts who meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. Oh, what a wicked and dissembling case made me compare with Hermia's fiery grace. But who is here? Lysander on this bench? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, but through thy bosom makes me see thy heart.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Oh, content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason, says you, are the worthier maid. Things growing are not right till their season, so I, still young, now ripe not to reason, which leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused, should of another therefore be abused.
Oh, she sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a servant of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Would all my powers address your love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Oh, help me, Lysander! Oh, help! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay, me, what a pity! What a dream was here! Look, how I do quake with fear. Oh, methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his. Pray, either death or you I will find.
Are we all met?
Hey! Here I am.
Yeah. This is a marvelous, convenient place. The screen plot shall be our stage. We will do it in action as we will before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things about this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe which shall never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
I believe we must leave the killing out.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This shall put them out of fear.
Then another prologue must tell of the lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's
Yes,
neck.
and I will speak through saying thus, or something to a similar defect. I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble. My life for yours. For if you think I come hither as a lion, I am no such thing. I am a man, and therefore indeed I am Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is two hard things. That is, Bring the moonlight into the chamber, for, as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
I could come in carrying a bush and a lanthorn, and I could say, I come to represent moonshine. Again.
Another thing. You must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, talk through a chink in the wall.
Can we bring in a wall?
Nay, not likely. Some man or other must present wall.
Well, I could have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about me to signify wall, and then through a cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, if that be so, then all is well. Come, rehearse. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break. And so, everyone, according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns are we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play tour? I'll be an audience. An actor, too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak! Pyramus, Thisbe, stand forth!
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors.
Odors!
Odors, savors, sweet.
So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Harry. Must you? But you must understand, he goes but to see a noise he has heard. Just come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, as true as horse, and yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Nimmi's tomb.
Nimmi's tomb! Man, why? You must not say that yet. That, you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part, cues and all. Pyramus, enter, your cue is past, it is never tire.
Oh, as true as horse, and yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe,
Oh!
Right through bush, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be. Sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless bear. Sometimes a fire, and neigh, grunt, roar, and burn like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire every turn.
Why do they run away?
This is an knavery of them to make me afeard.
Thou art changed. What do I see on thee? Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me if they could. To fright me.
But I will not move from this place. I will not stir, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing to show that I am not afraid. The owl so dark, so black of hue, with orange tawny bill. The throstle with his note so true. The wren with little quill. Yeah.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer, nay.
Oh, I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, as mine eye is enthralled with thy shape. Force thus forth doth move me, in the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks you should have little reason for that, mistress, and yet to say the truth, reason, and love keep little company together nowadays.
Oh, thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve my own turn.
Oh, out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt stay here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate, and the summer still doth do tend on my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I shall give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the east, and sing to you while on pressed flowers doth sleep. And I will purge your mortal grossness so that you'll be like a spirit, airy go. Fairies, come home. Be kind and courteous to this gentle man. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes, and feed him apricots and dewberries and purple grapes and green figs and mulberries and the honeycrisps. Steal from the honeybees, and while the night tapers crop the waxen thighs to the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise, to pluck the painted wings from painted butterflies, and to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Come, wait upon him, and lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, is with watery eye, and she weeps for every little closing flower, like some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, and bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be waked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Hast thou? Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with a monster, is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, were met together to rehearse a play intended for the great Theseus' nuptial day. Okay, and the shallowest thick skin of that barren sort here mispresented in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head, so at his sight away his fellows fled. Their senses thus weak lost with their fears so strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. I led them on this distracted fear, unless sweet Peter mistranslated there, when, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
Oh, this falls out better than I could devise! But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course, she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not the man.
What rebuke you him that loves you so?
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, plunge in the deep and kill me too. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
Aye, so should the murdered look. So should ye pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty, yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Thou dog, thou drivest me past the bounds.
You spend your passion on misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, then tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more.
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I shall remain. For sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. That depth that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Thy misprision must perforce ensue. Some true love turned and none a false turned true.
And fatal rules!
About the wood, go, swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go! I go! Look how I go! Swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow!
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of her period band? Helena is here at hand. And the youth, mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once as we one. That must needs be sport done, and those things do best please me.
Why? Why should you think that I would woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look when I vow. I weep and vow so bold.
You do advance your cunning more and more. Weigh truth with truth and you will nothing weigh. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath and you will nothing weigh.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
For none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Oh, well, Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph perfect, divine. To what my love shall I compare thine eye? Thy kissing lips, those tempting cherries grow. This pure congealed white, high Taurus snow. Oh, when thou holdst up thy hand, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, the seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment, to vow and swear and super praise my parts, but I'm sure you hate me with all your hearts.
In Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours to Helen to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do, till death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. Fair I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but is guest-wise sojourned, now to Helen, his home returned.
Helen, it is not so.
Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found mine ear. I thank it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Oh, why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
And what love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helen, who more engilds the night than all your fiery eyes of the light. Oh.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. The incurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in this blunder?
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face. I made your other love, Demetrius, who even now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
Aye, if she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing. Let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why art thou grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love.
Thy love. Out, Tawny Tartar, out!
Hate me? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Wherefore? What news is this on me? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, and since night you left me.
By my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain 'tis nothing truer, that I do hate thee and love Helen.
You thief of love! What have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you stretch up and tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue?
Oh, now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage. What have you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? I am not yet so low but that I can reach into thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she's something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower heart again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever give your counsels, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him.
Why?
A foolish heart.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering nutgrass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf and scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost intend ever so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide.
Well, now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
I do not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed. I know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments be had on? And so far, blameless, whose mind finds that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far, I'm glad it did so sort. As this there tangling, I seem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. High therefore, Puck, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When next they wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fair lord, this must be done with haste. For night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast. Already to their wormy beds are gone, for fear lest they should look their shames upon.
But we are spirits of another sort. I, with the morning's love, have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns into yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down. Up and down. I'll lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Oh, here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
Lysander! Speak again, thou runaway, thou coward! Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws the sword on me.
Yea, art thou there?
Come hither, I am here.
Oh, he goes before me, and still he dares me on. I come when he calls, and then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. And now fallen am I in some dark and uneven way. Here will rest me. Oh, come thou gentle day, for if thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge his spite.
Bind me if thou darest. For well I wot thou runst before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Oh, coward, why comest thou not?
Nay, and thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy it dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure up my length on this cold bed. My days approach. Look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. How long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company detest. Oh, and sleep, that sometimes shuts up Zorro's eyes, steal me a while from mine own company.
Wait, but three? Come, one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Oh, here she comes. Cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad.
Never so weary. Oh, never so in woe. Bedabbled with dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs keep no pace with my desires. I will rest here till the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground,
Sleeping sound.
I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, you will see true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known that every man shall take his own. Your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, and Hot shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Do kill me a red-hipped bumblebee on top of a thistle. Keep scratching. I must to the barber's, for methinks I'm marvelous hairy about the face. And being such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
Oh, what? Sweet love, thou desires some music. Oh.
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and bones.
Say, my sweet love, what desirest to eat?
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. I have a great desire for hay. Good hay. Sweet hay. Hath no fellow.
I have this venturous Fairy Anne. She will seek out the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of you people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou will, and I will wind thee in my arms. So doth the woodbine and the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist the female ivy so. She enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Fairies away, and be always away. Oh, how I dote on thee. Oh, how I love thee.
Welcome, good Puck. Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool, I then did fall out with her and upbraid her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew, which sometime on the buds was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floweret's eyes like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be, see as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
brother, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of a lass.
There lies your love.
How come these things to pass? Oh, how my eye doth loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Puck, take off this head. Titania, music, go. And put to bed all, then come and sleep these 5 Athenians led.
A music ho, music, as charmeth sleep.
Now, when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes keep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity. We will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly. And blessed to all fair prosperity, there shall the pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
My fairy king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence made, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my love, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mere mortals on the ground.
Now our observation is performed. We will up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion. Oh, so musical a discord, such sweet thunder. Hounds are bred of the Spartan kind, each under each a cry more tunable. Judge when you hear.
This is my daughter here asleep.
And this Lysander.
There lies Demetrius.
And Helena. Old Nidar's Helena. I wonder of them being here together.
I pray you all, wake up! I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? But hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity.
My lord, I shall reply amazedly. I half sleep, half waking. But as yet I swear I cannot say how we came to be here. As I think, for truly, when I speak, and so I do bethink, so it is. I came here hither with Hermia. Our intent was to be gone from Athenian law, where we might be content.
Enough, enough, you have enough. I beat the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent.
Of your consent that she should be his wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth. This is their purpose, hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helena in fancy following me. And my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it be. My love for Hermia melted as the snow, and in my childhood I did dote upon. Yet the object and pleasure of mine eye was Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But as in sickness did I loathe this food. But like in health, come to my natural taste, now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. This discourse we more will hear anon.
For surely Theseus will overbear your will. These couples shall eternally be knit.
And for the morning now is something worn. Away with us to Athens. 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity.
These things seem small and indistinguishable.
Methinks I see things through parted eye when all things seem double.
So methinks
and I found Demetrius like a jewel.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that we had sleep. We dream. Do you not think Aegeus was just here and bid us follow him?
He was, and he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let us follow it. By the way, let us recount our dreams.
Call me when my cue comes and I will. Hello? Anyone there? Oh, gods. My life stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man. Methought I was, or methought I had. Man is but a patched fool if he offers to report what methought I had. The ear of man hath not seen, the eye of man hath not heard. Man's hand is unable to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I shall have Peter Quince write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, for it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of, more strange than true.
I never may believe these antique fables, these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains.
Such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehend.
The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold.
That is the madman, the lover, all is frantic.
Such tricks hath strong imagination.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images. Oh, here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love. Come, what masks, what dances shall we have? Where is our usual manager of mirth? Oh, what revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of this torturing hour?
Say, what abridgment have we for this evening? What mask? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
Play there is, my lord, some 10 words long. There is not one word act, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed. The actors are hard-handed men who work in Athens here, who never laboured in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptials. But I fear, my noble lord, it is not for all. I have heard it over, and it is nothing, nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intent, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain.
Too soon for sorrow, for we were just wed, where I would see them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practiced accents in their fears, and in conclusion have dumbly broke off.
I read as much from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged and duty in a service perishing. I shall henceforth take my leave of it.
Oh, so be it, my sweet. You shall leave to the others and we to bed.
If offended, it is with goodwill that you should think they come, not to offend, but with goodwill to show their simple skill that is the true beginning of the end. Their true intent is all for merriment!
Perhaps you wonder at our show, but wonder on. The truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you will. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, certainly. This person, this person with lime and rough cast, not present that vile wall, which doth the lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, are these poor souls content to whisper at the which let no man wonder. This person with lantern and bush presenteth moonshine. For if you would know, by moonshine, did the lovers think no scorn to meet at Nimbus 2, there to woo. This grisly beast, lion height by day, trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, scare away, rather, did fright. As she fled, her mantle she did fold. Lion, vile, bloody mouth did stay. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat, with blade, with bloody blameful blade, he gravely broached his boiling lean breasts. Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, died. For all the rest, lion and moonshine, lovers twain at large discourse, while here wall do remain.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a cranied hole of chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did often whisper, very secretly, this loam, this rough cast in the stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so, and this the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Oh, grim look night, oh night with hue so black, oh night whichever art one day is not, oh night, alack, 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eyes.
Oh, woe! Full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Paramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chief.
My love thou art, my love I think.
'Tis I, thy lover's grace, and like Lymander, am I trusty still?
And I, like Helen, to the fates me kill.
Not Shafalus to Proprius was so true.
Shafalus to Proprius, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
Oh, I kiss the walls cold, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Minnie's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I wall my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
Oh, look, here come two noble beasts in a man and a lion.
Rah! You, ladies, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion, rough and wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam, for if I shall come into this place in pity, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast.
The very best of a beast that e'er I see. Ah, here cometh the moon.
Lanthorn doth the horn moon present. Thus, I am the man in the moon.
Boo! This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is it the man in the moon?
All that I have to say is that the lanthorn is the moon. And I, the man in the moon. No.
Oh, silence, silence. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Minnie's tomb. Where is my love?
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy golden, gracious, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite! But mark, poor night, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? What? Stained with blood. Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame? For lion vile hath here deflowered my dear. Who live, who love, who like, who look with cheer. Come, tears, confound, outsword! Thus die I, thus! Now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky, Moon, take thy flight. Die. Die. Die.
No, he dies too.
Less than an ace, for he is dead. He is nothing.
Perhaps with the help of a surgeon, he may yet recover and
How chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
Oh, she will find him by starlight. Here she comes. Her passion will surely end the play.
Asleep, my love? What, dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise, speak to me. I dumb? Dead? Dead? Oh, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Oh, lovers make moan, his eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gauze that you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Come, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrue. Farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
And Wall too.
Is there an epilogue?
Oh, no epilogue, for a play needs no excuse.
Never excuse, my lord. When the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed.
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. You all to bed. 'Tis almost very time.
I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much as we this gross, palpable play hath o'erwatched. Sweet friends, to bed.
Now, the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary tasks foredone. Now, the waste brands do glow, and the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, for the graves all gaping wide. Everyone lets forth his sprite, and the churchway paths to glide.
And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream.
All our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house.
We are set
with broom before
to sweep the dust
behind the door.
Through the house give gathering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly!
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a wobbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be.
And so shall all the couples three, ever true in loving be.
And the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand.
With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate.
Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended,
Think but this and all is mended.
that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear.
And this weak and idle theme,
No more yielding than a dream.
Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend.
And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all.